I'm looking for a new daily driver, and I'm gonna go look at one. I think I found it. So, I just picked up my new daily driver after about a, 6 hour drive, and here she is. I'm looking to get her as a, just a daily driver to go out to work. It's a pretty long commute, and I need something good on gas, but something that I actually like. However, this thing is a project. I'm pretty excited. I think it's one of my favorite cars, especially for this purpose. So project daily driver is about to be underway. They put this on there as like the main mounting. Looks like the middle piece is a little eaten away right there, so.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. New project car?
Oh
There you go. Have a good one.
yeah. It appears, looking at the code, that this was the color of the car. It was this it's like Milano red. And someone painted it orange. Really half-assed. And then someone even more half-assed painted it this turquoise, greenish, blue, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to sand it all the way down, I think, or to the best of our ability, and I think we're going to go back to stock red. We are going to attack this rust. This is the one I was kind of worried about because I used that netting on. But if you look, you can push pretty hard on it and it doesn't move. Alright, so it's not perfect, but this is kind of how it came out. So it went from the old kind of crappy rusted out part to now it's super smooth, super strong. We need to sand the whole car, and to sand the whole car we need to take off all the lights, all the trim pieces, everything that isn't going to be sanded and painted needs to come off. So we're going to get started pulling headlights, taillights, and all the trim. So in true Honda fashion, I was scuffing up this door, and this is what I found inside it. It's like someone may have broken into this a time or two. Maybe even as a way of getting in permanently, who knows, but that's a Honda for you. After a good washing, I decided to let it air dry.
The next day.
But we are on the tail end, so we'll be spraying tonight, and hopefully everything goes well. Might clear it as well. So, wish me luck. This is something I've been waiting to change for a long time. One of the things I'm the most excited about. We're gonna go from this to this. I am forgetting one final thing though. I've had the car a year now, and there are a couple takeaways from having it. First off, every modern car is significantly larger. During the winter, I would drive out to work, and I started to when the roads were bad, and I wasn't so much worried about my driving. Front-wheel drive car and icy roads isn't really that big a deal. However, every other car on the road is at least twice the size of mine, so during the winter, I drove my truck as opposed to the car more often than not when the roads were bad. But yeah, the car's been great. The only thing is I've had one bad wheel bearing, and about a week or two ago I was driving, it was about a 4-hour trip, and about halfway through on the freeway, my lights started going crazy. I was able to luckily pull over, and it looks like I blew an oil line. So it was easy. It was actually a quick highway fix. It just took a couple tools and some more oil. So luckily I was actually right next to a truck stop when it happened, so I was able to get everything I needed and get right back on the road. Outside of that, I mean, it's been a pretty perfect car. I enjoy it. So my big takeaway a year later is I'm really happy with it. Now the car has actually paid for itself, and so everything I do now is just great. That being said, we may start doing some upgrades, moving to make something a little bit faster but still maintain pretty good fuel mileage, and just make it a little more fun to drive. Because right now, I mean, it's slow. It really is. Passing, you kind of have to commit. So you got to make sure you have the space to pass in that car, which is something I'm not really used to in any of the other cars. So I think an upgrade to the engine is probably a worthwhile thing while maintaining it still to be a daily driver. So I think that might be the next winter project. So having said that, I'll see you next time.